What's going on, everybody? If you don't know me, my name is Mike Carlucci, and I help you to stand out from the crowd on social media as opposed to being a sheep in a herd, and instead be the eagle that is flying in the opposite direction. And if that sounds like something that you're interested in being different, not saying the exact same things as everybody else in your market, doing the exact same things as everybody else in your market, saying the exact same words and phrases, and making the audience bored because they just keep hearing the same stuff over and over. If you can be the outlier in your industry, then that will make a massive difference, and you can hijack all of that viewership from the people that are just copying each other. But since you have gone outside of your industry and created something new, you are bringing something new to the market, and in that case, you will be rewarded. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, then you are in the exact right spot. Before we go into what I want to talk about today, I want to bring up seven.luccimedia.com, seven.luccimedia.com. If you want 7 assets that can sell for you for the rest of your life, all of the information is on that page, seven.luccimedia.com. Anyways, let's get into this content, okay? What I want to talk about today is something that is extremely controversial among this whole social media space, in the entrepreneurial space specifically. A lot of people want to go viral on social media, and virality is the only thing that they care about. You know, if they post and they don't go viral, all of a sudden they, feel depressed. They feel down. They feel like social media is not going to work for their business, and therefore they give up. And I'm here to tell you that fact right there is a good opportunity for you if you're watching this video right now, because you are about to get a massive mindset shift in what to do, okay? And this is going to kill any resistance that you have to posting on social media, because the reason that a lot of people don't post on social media a lot for their business and they don't, see any success with it because the rule that they have to go viral. Right. But let me give you a little bit of a new perspective. I have some other things I want to talk about here. And by the way, this is completely actionable, so just keep watching. But I think the thing that a lot of people miss in social media is the fact that Ford and Nike and all of these massive companies, before we had all of these social media platforms where we could just upload content, they had to pay millions and millions of dollars in order to build their brand the way that they did. And we have this opportunity now for free, and we're all just like taking it for granted. We can post as much times as we want. We can literally have something on here like 1,000 posts or 10,000 posts that people can binge watch for hours on end, for years on end. Yet we are in this mental hole that we're thinking about okay, you have to completely craft this video to go viral. And if it doesn't go viral, then you're going to quit. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you think about it, let me just give you an example, because most of you that are watching this right now are entrepreneurs. If you got 1 million viewers on a landing page, for example, you got a ton of traffic to a landing page, but it was the complete wrong people to see your landing page. Nobody's going to buy anything. So was that valuable to you? No, not really, because those types of people that are not for your product, they're never going to buy your product, right? And it's kind of the same exact thing with virality. Sure, there can be a little sliver of people that come from it, but there's always going to be that little sliver of people that come from any post that you put out. They're always going to see it. They're always going to see you as that kind of hidden gem on social media. But when you go viral and stuff like that, you're just getting a bunch of people that you might think are good for your product. You might think it's a good thing, but it's really just a bunch of people that come onto your page and they have literally no interest in buying what you're selling, right? So what we really need to focus on as business owners is not virality, but instead we need to focus on 2 things. We need to focus on, first of all, creating habits. We need to focus on creating habits in people. That is number 1. And what does that mean? That means that we need to challenge people. We need to give people specific action steps on things that wouldn't typically go viral, specific strategies, very niche strategies for the people that we are actually trying to talk to. Things that we wouldn't typically want to go viral and wouldn't go viral just because they are so specifically targeted to the person that we are trying to talk to, right? And only the people that we want to talk to are going to see that and actually take action on it. And when those people take action on it, then they are going to get a result, which is going to give them positive reinforcement about your brand. And therefore they are going to associate pleasure to your brand and keep coming back, because You are continuously giving them challenges and things to do and getting them action. And of course, they are going to go and download your free PDF in your description and then ultimately become a customer just because of the amount of results that you are giving them in your free stuff. And the second thing that we need to focus on is building a collection of loyal followers. And that doesn't come from virality, like I just said. That comes from posting consistently every single day, a lot of times, of the things that matter. And the way that we create this collection of loyal followers is not by going viral. It is by giving people breakthroughs. And what do I mean by that? Okay. When I say, for example, like if you should post every single freaking day, a lot of times, like literally putting as much as you can out there, that might be scary to a lot of people. But when you think about it in the way that I'm about to tell you, it doesn't become scary anymore. And it actually gives you a massive, massive advantage over anybody else who is overwhelmed about what to post on social media. Like doing what I'm about to tell you, I literally, as myself, for my business, I literally went from not being able to post once a day because I was so overwhelmed about what to post to literally being able to post 50 times a day. All right. And that is with the concept of abstraction and giving people breakthroughs. You see, you only need to talk about 3 things on your social media. 3 things, 3 core things. What are the 3 core things that you are talking about in your market, that your market cares about? Your market's 3 core problems. And then what is everything underneath those core problems? Okay. What are all the sub desires that they have that you can talk about and create into videos? And if there's 100 of them, I'm here to tell you those 100 can last you years. Years. Yes, I'm not even kidding. Literally years. Now you might be thinking, like, how do you do that? If you're posting, like, let's say 5 of them per day, how does 100 of them last you years? Well, because when we think abstractly, we can take things from everywhere and we can morph those ideas into new frameworks and say them in different ways so that we give people breakthroughs, right? And one thing that you have to understand when you're making social media content is the simple fact that somebody who really likes you, who really understands your advice and really wants to get a result from you, they would rather hear one thing said in 10 different ways, and one of those ways give them a breakthrough, as opposed to hearing 10 different things in one way each. Saying one thing one time in a different way that they've ever heard before could give them a breakthrough to take action on something that they never otherwise would have. Okay. So that is how you create that loyal connection, by constantly giving people breakthroughs. Because as people are following you, as they keep following, as they keep seeing your stuff, and you're saying these 3 core things over and over again in different ways, it's only a matter of time before something hits them that you say in a different way, something that you've been saying for a long time, but now this way that you say, they understand it. It makes sense now, right? And so they take action and they go get it. And all of a sudden they become a massive loyal customer of yours. So let me leave you on this question. If social media all of a sudden became paid and it was as expensive as it was in 1990, when Ford and Nike and all of those brands had to pay millions or billions of dollars in order to build their massive brands, what if that happened again and you weren't able to post all of this stuff, and you had to pay for it? How regretful would you feel about that? That would be very painful. The fact that you had this opportunity right now in 2023 to post as much as you want, as much free content, give away as much value as you want, yet you blew it. You didn't do it. And so you can make that decision right now to go all in on social media. And by the way, just give it like 90 days or 365 days. Just commit to a deadline, like a time frame that you are just going to go all in on social media and just see what happens for your business. Because what if it is the biggest breakthrough for your business of all time? Like, what if it is? A lot of people say, what if it isn't? Well, I say, like, what if it is? What if you post on social media and people see your stuff as so valuable that they just share it to a bunch of other people just like them, who then become your customer? So the real things that matter here are volume, value, and building your reputation. So hopefully that makes sense. I'll leave you on that. Have a good one.